because I've talked with you before how I haven't spoken to my brother in 2 years,
Wow.
over 2.5 years. My brother, my blood brother.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes deep, because you'll find that in those relationships, there was something else there too. There was something that you didn't know about that person until Trump came along.
That's a really good point. So can I ask you about that, David? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I don't want to forget. And then I want you to finish. David, you just brought up a good point that I want to pick your brain on. So you said there are things about your family members. In this case, you're talking about your brother who you don't talk to anymore, you haven't spoken to in 2 years. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yes.
But you make a good point. You learn things about family members or friends or coworkers that maybe you didn't know. Can you explain to me what you learned about your brother that maybe you didn't know about him before?
That he's willing to forgive a rapist.
Mm-hmm.
He's willing to forgive a convicted criminal. He's willing to look the other way to get what he wants. And at the core of it is what I call a mass hysteria that people become part of. They all become part of this head nodding crowd. And he has attacked me through his friends. He has his friends belittle me, and almost my whole family is Republican. They're in Kansas and I'm in New York, and I just learned a whole new different way of life here that's a lot better.
Right.
You know, and I look back and what I see is people who are in their emotional growth. They haven't advanced in their thinking. They're stuck in a certain way of thinking, and pride becomes part of it, and then head nodding. They just head nod the hell out of each other. They don't challenge each other. And it just makes me literally sick to my stomach to witness it.
Do you think
they just don't get it? They don't understand it.
David, do you think you'll ever talk to your brother again?
At my dad's funeral, I will. My dad's 107.
He's wow, God bless him.
And other than that, I'm not going to torture myself with you have to draw a line in the sand someplace.
I understand.
And
yeah.
I'm not going to go over that line anymore. And it, a lot of things that go on between families is you have a nice person in a family and you have a rascal in the family. That's almost all families.
Right.
And the rascals are with Trump right now, and the people that they're getting their rocks off right now.
Yeah.
They're just loving every minute of this.
Well, they're sore winners, right? I mean, they're sore winners, right, David? I mean, and what I mean by that,
they're sore winners,
yeah,
and they're sore losers. That's the whole thing. You
absolutely
can't win with them.
I don't recall, and thank you, by the way, for the call, David. I'm sorry to hear that your lack of a relationship now with your brother. It's sad. It's sad to hear these stories. It doesn't make me happy, right? But it is interesting. When Joe Biden won in 2020, I wasn't shoving it in people's faces. I was relieved because I didn't want Donald Trump to win another term. But I wasn't going on social media and trying to silence people. I wasn't going on social media poking the bear. There are people in this country that are very worried. They're very concerned. And the far right, they're mocking them, right, for caring about your country. We can disagree on what we think Donald Trump is going to do. I actually think Donald Trump's going to do a lot of damage to this country. But we can disagree on that. But it's amazing to me the people that are poking the bear, the people that are trying to humiliate others. Oh, we won, you lost. Ha ha ha. It's like second grade recess bullying. That's what it is. And it's so pathetic. You see it on X every day, among a lot of other things on X. And we'll get to that a little bit later. Thank you for the call, David.